Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
Welcome back. A Kansas World War II veteran survived a close call with a bombing raid on England and later worked as a guard for German prisoners of war.
KSN's Hannah Adamson and photojournalist Nick Kiefer introduce him on this week's Veteran Salute.
Born in 1921 near Grinnell, Kansas, Fred Bixenman was the oldest of 5, his formal education ending in the 8th grade once the Great Depression hit. After years of working his family farm, he was drafted into the Army in November 1942, assigned to the 265th Quartermaster Battalion. In July 1944, Fred Bixenman would set sail for England as part of a field bakery unit. Upon arrival, however, his unit was ultimately disbanded.
Got there, they said, well, we didn't need a field bakery anymore, so sent me back to Liverpool and put us in a small company, 30 men.
Bixenman would be reassigned to a supply unit in Liverpool.
I worked on the 5th floor in a large warehouse there in an office. My job there was to keep all inventory cards up to date. Every month, the supply sergeant from different outfits would come in and draw supplies for us, whatever our company soldiers needed.
At one point, Bixenman would be assigned to pick up an Italian prisoner in London and bring him to Liverpool.
I have a reputation of doing odd jobs, or getting odd jobs, I should say.
While staying overnight in London, he heard the sounds of bombs being dropped in the distance.
They wasn't a very high altitude thing. They just come put. But I looked at the old hotel room and I've just been here a long time. I hope it stays one more night because I'll get out of here, which I did. Well, there was nothing to do but hope he didn't drop it there.
Bixenman never knew what became of the prisoner he was assigned to bring to Liverpool, but it wouldn't be the last time he dealt with enemy soldiers. After the war ended, he would be reassigned to a supply unit in Oslo, Norway, where for a brief period of time, he oversaw 75 German soldiers.
I got a notice one morning and said, you're going to be in charge of these Germans today. Pretty leery to start with because you didn't know they just lost the war, and last week if you saw one, they'd shoot one another. I got along real good with them. Matter of fact, I kind of liked those Germans when it was all over with.
Bixenman would also oversee Norwegian civilians at the warehouse.
The Germans took everything. They took everything the Norwegians have. You couldn't buy a hairpin there. And the food for the people there, if you give them anything, they just turn over backwards for you.
Bixenman receiving a special gift from his Norwegian workers, a horse fashioned of precious silverware. The workers grateful for his presence after years of German occupation.
And my name was Fred, so when I greeted all the people there, they'd grab me in and say, we've been waiting for you for 5 years. Come to find out, my name in Norwegian meant peace. So, but by with something like that, it was just kind of odd.
Bixenman would leave Europe in 1946. He recalled what his unit was told by a superior officer the day they were honorably discharged, the words as crystal clear as they were almost 80 years ago.
And he shook our hands as we went out the door. He said, never forget where you've been, what you did, and what you observed.
Bixenman would go on to serve as a Sheridan County Commissioner and the Grinnell VFW Post Commander for many years. He celebrated his 102nd birthday in February and continues to help with community events honoring area veterans. Here for you, Hannah Adamson, KSN News 3.
The Devon James Injury Lawyers here to celebrate the Vet of the Week, and that's Fred Bixenman, member of the greatest generation that served our country during World War II.
We're excited to present you with a check for $500. Thank you for your service.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.